Let's dive into the story that I think that is probably the one that you're all most excited about. Let's talk about HomePods, my friends.
It's the feel-good story of the week.
Because the HomePods, they're not dead. They should have never died. According to Bloomberg, HomePod ain't dead yet, baby. HomePod ain't. This is like the movie pass of tech stories. It just won't die.
It can't be.
It just won't die. According to Bloomberg, we do have another permutation of the HomePod in the works. And if this is to be believed, I don't know what TC is smoking over there in the underground bunkers of Apple headquarters, but this is an oddball idea. So the next HomePod reportedly won't be a replacement for the full-size smart speaker. Apple is instead working on a combination Apple TV, HomePod, and FaceTime camera product. So just imagine that, Lewis. Where do you put a item that is an Apple TV, also a HomePod, and also a FaceTime camera around your TV? Like, where would that even fit? You can't put it in front of your TV, can you? Or maybe you can. Maybe it's going to be a soundbar. Maybe it's going to be an Apple soundbar, a HomePod soundbar. Actually, that would actually make sense. There's a camera on it with FaceTime, and it also acts as your Apple TV.
It just goes straight into the TV, and you just see the giant screen talk.
Exactly. That makes more sense than anything else, because they can't keep them to be the original shape of the HomePods. So, actually, I'm saying actually a lot. That would be very cool if they did that.
Why couldn't they keep it the original shape?
Because
you're saying because it wouldn't be
you can't place it in front of the
facing
TV.
you. It wouldn't be central to where you're.
Well, if you made a HomePod in the shape that they have them now, they're those round shapes. Oftentimes they are too tall to be put in front of your TV, depending on what TV you have, because they block part of the screen. So I think it would make a lot more sense to have like a HomePod soundbar that does all these things. But I suppose you're right. If they just made some small little HomePod mini type products,
they could just, a lot of people, you got to figure out just move your TV up a little bit, right? I mean, that could work.
Yeah, you could do that as well, but a lot of people don't want to like lift their TV up. It has to be universal for TVs that are on mounts and TVs that come with regular stands. So let me keep reading. So according to Bloomberg, you're getting me all distracted.
Sorry about that.
The device supposedly will be the heart of Apple's smart home strategy. Quote, this is Gurman, I absolutely do think a new HomePod is coming, specifically a device that combines a HomePod, Apple TV, and FaceTime camera. It would be cool to have a FaceTime camera in the living room, too. I get FaceTime calls in my living room all the time. And I might actually use... True. Oh my gosh, what's the feature called? Center Stage. I would probably use Center Stage if it were in my living room. It could follow me around. That's something that would be super useful. Okay, carrying on with the story here. Rather than making... Oh, wait a second. Okay, I already said this. Rather than making FaceTime calls with an iPhone, iPad, or Mac, someone will be able to make them from this device and see the other person on their TV. Pretty cool. And it would be an Apple TV, so it can make access to films and series from a variety of streaming services, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we get it. The device apparently will run Home OS. No one cares. At this point, it's not expected to reach customers. I'm trying to get through the relevant information here, Lewis. At this point, it is not expected to reach consumers until 2023. Okay, so a little ways off. The future of Apple's smart speaker is apparently the HomePod Mini. Now that is truly sad. The HomePod Mini, I'm sorry, is it's a poor replacement for the regular HomePod. It's not even the same product. The HomePod was a masterpiece of audio crammed into a Mac Pro sized container. And the HomePod Mini, it sounds good, but it's no regular HomePod for sure. Let's see here. He says the full size of This Is Us. Sorry, the full size version was discontinued in 2021. I can't believe it was only 2021 and reportedly isn't coming back. Gurman says, quote, I don't think a big standalone HomePod is still in development, but perhaps a new HomePod Mini is coming. Oh, great. Oh, good. A new HomePod Mini. Maybe it will be minier. Even minier. This one, even minier, y'all. He's going to pull it out and be like this big, like the size of a marble. Cool.
Yeah. The only thing that's wrong with the HomePod Mini, or the regular HomePod, actually, is that it's not quite loud enough. I mean, do you notice this? Like certain Apple TV channels, like let's just say Shudder, You ever watch Shudder? It's like a horror movie channel, right?
I've heard of it. I never used it.
Some of those movies are really quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, I the other day, the wife and I were watching a movie, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, and she goes, "Can you turn that up?" And I'm like, "It is up all the way."
Mm-hmm.
And usually, I mean, she is always like, going, "Oh, please turn it down, please turn it down." And I'm like, "Yeah, explosions are loud, and then once the explosions stop, they'll be talking, and we won't be able to hear it at all because it'll be this loud." And so we were constantly like fighting over the volume, right? But she's going, "Please, please turn it up. I can't hear anything." It's like, yeah, it's maxed out. So I don't understand why Apple TV can't take care of that. I don't understand why the HomePod is. I guess it's not really the HomePod that's not loud enough, but if it was actually able to produce even more volume when you come across one of these low volume inputs, it would be nice to have a little bit of headroom.
Yeah, I agree. And one of the complaints about the regular HomePods were that they weren't loud enough. Even
no, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about a regular HomePod in stereo mode. Like there are certain things that are plenty loud, but there are other things it's just not enough oomph there. And I don't know what the limiting factor is. I'm not going to go dig into it and figure. I mean, I'm sure it's something to do with the original encoding of the movie or something. But it seems like certain Apple TV channels are quieter than other ones, and I don't exactly know why. But what I'm saying is, I'd like it to be louder, not softer.
Yeah.
And the HomePod Mini is just. There's no way you could use it as a soundbar in any sort of
No way.
And I've heard of people doing it, but
if you have a small apartment or something, sure. Or if you're just sitting at your desk, sure. But they don't get nearly as loud as a HomePod. And I would say not even 2 HomePod Minis get as loud as one HomePod. I haven't tested that, but that's kind of the way it feels. And then 2 HomePods in stereo pair, get out of my face. Get out of my face with that nonsense. Not even having that discussion with you. And, Apple could have, and what I was hoping, I think what many of us were hoping, is they would have, they were in the TV home, how do I say this? The TV audio space, right? They could have had a package of HomePods that you can use for surround sound, wireless surround sound, and then release like a subwoofer, and I think that would have sold pretty well for them.